This is not the kind of behavior that he wants for a future wife. Hey my beautiful peeps, if you're new here, my name is Char, and welcome to Char TV. For my existing subscribers, I appreciate you coming on back. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a recap on Happily Ever After, episode 4. It's called Truth Hurts. And of course, I'll be recapping the couples that I usually do. So if Happily Ever After recaps are something that you enjoy, go ahead and smash that red button and subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to help me improve my channel, you can also send me a super thanks and it will be greatly appreciated. Without further ado, let's get started with the recap. Usually I start with Yara and Jovi, but they're not in today's episode, so I'll be starting with Bilal and Shaeeda. Now that things have smoothed over because Shaeeda did agree to apologize for her actions, they're gonna go decor shopping. Shaeeda feels that Bilal's home needs to feel like hers also now that they're married. This store is a little bit special and you're gonna see why. But they're puttering around the store, looking at things, and every time that Shaeeda picks something up that has color, Bilal wants her to put it down, saying that it's too bright, it's this, or it's that. He says that she wants everything to be bright. A teal cushion catches Bilal's eyes, and Shaeeda takes a look at the price and sees that it's $2.49. So he said, perhaps they should hold off on purchasing that for now. Then he says that he wants to show her something.
This game is $430. Now the zeros here in America are real zeros. So 430 times 6.7. Because the dollar is about 6.7 in Trinidad.
Oh, wow.
See how much it is? That's $2,800 in Trinidad money.
Mm-hmm.
He does tend to give Shaeeda the things that she wants, even though he does talk about price. But he really wants her to value the dollar. She doesn't realize that America is the home of the free, but everything is not for free. Well, she's gonna find out real quick. Now remember before that I said this store is a little bit special. Shaeeda stumbles upon the baby section of the store, and so of course she's oohing and eyeing over the cute things, and Bilal is like, come out of here. She pulls him back into the section, but he feels there ain't no reason for them to be up in there. But she just wants him to see all of the cute things.
Baby, why you want to talk about this stuff right now?
Because I just want to be
Sweetheart, you wanted to go furniture shopping.
I know, but I didn't know that this was attached to the furniture store. It's like God is telling us something. God is telling us something.
I know what you did. You totally put the okie doke on me. You planned this.
I didn't plan this.
Because we're not having a child, like, this year. We gotta get to know each other. We gotta do some things that we want to do.
Bilal feels that once you have a child, life stops. Do you agree with him? Shaeeda feels that maybe they should see a fertility specialist next week. He asked her why she wants to see one, but if that's something that she really wants to do, then he'll do it. He said they haven't even tried to have children yet, but she feels that it will be a good idea to plan ahead. And perhaps the doctor can also give them some advice. Moments later, Bilal is off to meet his mother at a food pantry. They'll be collecting food items so that they can give it out to people in need. During the month of Ramadan, doing a lot of charity work is quite common. Once with his mother, he tells her about what happened at the furniture store. With his first marriage, Bilal had children very early, and this time around he wants to wait. So he definitely does not want children right now.
Are you saying this as a deal breaker for her?
I don't think it'd be a deal breaker because what we agreed upon was for us to wait.
That was then.
No, it's not a then.
It still
we just got married. Like you and Daddy, you guys got married. How long did it take for you to have a child?
A month.
A month? A month?
Dang, that was really quick. The mother is seeing red flags and feels that they need to talk about things before it goes to the extent of where they can't handle it anymore. She's dropping some words of wisdom, which Bilal appreciates. And that is everything between Bilal and Shaeeda. On to Kimberly and Usman. It's Kimberly's first full day in Nigeria, and already her and Usman are fighting. And of course, it's about this whole second wife thing. She's okay with him having a second wife, so long as she doesn't have to see her. However, he feels that she does need to interact with the second wife, and that will not work out with her. Usman has invited his friend to talk to them, and he told Kimberly that his friend has 2 wives. Kimberly scoffed and said, "Oh, is that why you brought me here? So that I'd feel better about the second wife?" Usman doesn't feel that there's anything wrong with it. He figures that his friend can talk to Kimberly before they have to meet up with his family, because he figures that if she knows more about it, and when the topic is brought up, she will already have a better understanding about it. Now, I'm sorry if you hear the wind howling and stuff like that. It is a nasty, gloomy, windy, rainy day here in Ottawa. The friend arrives, Usman makes the introductions, and right away, they jump into the topic of second wife. She explains that she's terrified about it, and both of the men reassure her that she has nothing to worry about.
So what are their roles? Are they equal?
They are the same. Yes.
Okay.
So was it about you as a Madewa? Okay. Amadole, you have to hide it. Kanuna must show our Dickens, they are equal. You don't Kanuna one tap one at all. Kamaka said he has 2 wives going to start.
And if you love one the most, you have to hide it and show them they are all equal. You love them equal.
Kimberly said to Usman, "Well, that's not what you told me." She was told that the first wife gets all of the love, and the role of the second wife is to bear children. That's it, that's all. Had she known all of this prior, then she wouldn't have been okay with him having a second wife. In fact, she wouldn't have even gone to Nigeria. You were bamboozled, girl. Kimberly asked KB how many wives does he have, to which he said he has 2 wives and 9 children. Usman said that he has the potential to have 9 children. He loves that word potential, and he doesn't want to take a long time to do so. So why not have 2 more wives plus her? That will make 4. Of course, Kimberly shut that right down. Kimberly said that she doesn't want to see the other woman or the children because she doesn't live there. She doesn't think it's funny. Meanwhile, Usman is just chuckling away. KB suggested that Usman should take the children from Nigeria and bring them to America, as he feels that will strengthen the relationships. According to him, there is nothing more exciting than the wives becoming friends, and Usman agrees.
What did you say to me?
I said, what the That's what I said.
To me?
I said it to you.
Are you talking to
stop.
me?
Stop. Just stop.
Kimberly causing and being rude, giving me that kind of attitude and behavior is unacceptable to any Nigerian man. She's being so mad.
He's starting to doubt if Kimberly is really okay with the second wife thing. Perhaps she was just saying that she was just to make him happy. But now that she knows what it all entails, she's not okay with it. I have to say that I agree with him there. Do you? He asked her if she's really okay with him having a second wife. For him to have another young woman so that he can bear children. Because he doesn't have one and has to.
I'm yelling and I'm sitting.
I'm not yelling, I'm making the point. I'm making the point for you to get.
I got the point, babe. You know?
So why are you just changing now?
I'm just not changing. I'm asking questions. You know what?
You change it
was
now.
nice to meet you, but I'm gonna go because your ass is pissing me off. Fuck out of here.
Wow.
Kimberly is very upset because she feels that Usman isn't listening to her concerns. She was upset that he didn't tell her the truth. So she was like, F him, I'm gonna disrespect him too. And that's why she threw the milkshake at him. She felt that the way that he was speaking to her and raising his voice was disrespectful. Usman explained to KB that Kimberly did something to him like that in Zanzibar. But this time, it's way worse. He feels like it's better to see her true colors now rather than later. This is not the kind of behavior that he wants for a future wife. It's time for them to go back to the hotel, and of course, they're arguing on the way home. Kimberly said to him, well, do you think I like to act this way? Because this is not her. Yeah, right. He feels otherwise and glad that she's showing her true colors. She said to him that he doesn't have to worry about talking to her anymore. Yeah, right. She ain't going anywhere. Back at the hotel, she said to him that she wished she never visited him. My man Usman clapped back and said, you can go back. It's easy. He feels that the reason as to why she is upset with him interrupting her is a lie. She tends to use that excuse a lot.
All I was trying to do was talk to your friend. That's all I was trying to do.
You know that it's not the interruption that is your problem. Your problem is that you love me and I love you, and you see that I mean it, I must have another wife. That's just a problem.
That's not the problem.
If that's not a problem, why are you saying that you're not going to see her?
That's not the problem. I don't need to see her. I don't live here. I don't need to see her. Why do I need to see her? This is not my culture.
She feels that she's doing everything to adapt to his culture. And he said, well, they had sex and they're not married, which is not a part of his culture. But he did that to adapt to her culture and feels that he's adapted more than she has. Kimberly said that this is all too much for her. And he said, well, if it's unhealthy for them, then they should call it quits. And she was like, is that what you want to do? And he said, yeah, if this isn't cool and we're not ready for this, then it's best to end things. She said that she thinks that she's just going to try and go home. We've heard that before. She said that she's going to try and borrow the money from somebody and buy a plane ticket to go back home. And then Usman can marry 5,000 wives if he wants to. Usman said, well, get your plane ticket and go. And with that, she left the room. Of course, he went chasing after her to talk, but Kimberly did not want him to touch her. And that is everything between Kimberly and Usman. So you know next episode, if they show them, it's probably gonna be another argument. On to Jenny and Sumit. Today, they're finally going on their honeymoon, and they're both excited. Jenny is feeling a little bit frustrated though, because they've had to move back to the old house. Reason being is that they use that address to complete the visa paperwork. Sometimes immigration likes to do surprise visits, and if they're not there, they may think something is wrong. So they're gonna have to stay there until things are finalized. They're on their way to the resort, and Sumit is talking about all the fun things that he wants to do, you know, like zip lining, all of the adventurous things. And Jenny, she just wants to chill by the river and relax, which he thinks is boring. It's going to be a nice mental break for the both of them. And he does want to try his best to enjoy, even though it's painful with what happened with his parents.
I'm still a little worried that it's going to take Sumit a while to free himself from his parents. But for this honeymoon, I'm hoping that he can let it go and move on from them. If he doesn't, this will be a dark shadow over our marriage forever. Did you book us a nice hotel? I hope you did.
Yeah.
They arrive at the resort and it's absolutely beautiful because they're by the river and the mountains. The room is also really romantic with rose petals sprinkled on the bed and swans. And in the bathroom, there's a nice bubble bath with rose petals waiting for them. Jenny is excited for them to turn up the heat and get this honeymoon started. They decide to take some pictures of the bed before it gets messed up, so it's time for Jenny to show off her modeling skills. Get it, girl!
Beautiful Jenny.
Okay. Your turn.
My turn?
Yes.
What I will be doing.
Just do your little sexy poses you do at home.
Well, like what?
You know how you do at home.
Sexy boy.
It's now time to talk about the pressure that Sumit needs to handle. Due to COVID and other situations, he wasn't able to work. But now he feels like it's time that he should. Jenny was like, okay, well, what kind of work? And he said cooking, like what he was doing before. He spoke to his friend Rohit in order to restart the business. And the friend wants him to start as soon as he comes back from the honeymoon. Jenny is already retired and is just ready to live her best life the retired way. He's in his 30s and feels like he should be productive and is able to work to make money. He tells Jenny that he'll be off maybe Monday or Tuesday, but she feels that working 6 days is too much and reminds him that she has money coming in, so she doesn't have to rely solely on him. She feels that they should be spending more than 1 day out of the week together. And she also doesn't understand that why is he talking about all of this while on a romantic honeymoon? It's not romantic at all. And that is everything between Jenny and Sumit. That concludes my recap. I hope that you enjoyed it. Real quick, on to my final thoughts. For Bilal and Shaeeda, I do understand that she wants children before 40. I'm 43 myself and I would like children too. So I get her sense of urgency. But she does need to chill a little bit because it was already discussed for the prenup. So I don't feel it's something that needs to be brought up 24/7. I feel like her doing that, it's only gonna make things worse. For Kimberly and Usman, my thing is, why did she rely solely on Usman to tell her everything about this second wife thing? Obviously, he might miss out some details so that she will agree. I feel that she should have done a little bit more digging, especially that she wasn't comfortable with the idea. What do you think? As for Jenny and Sumit, I do feel that he should be working. It's obvious that Jenny's gonna want to enjoy her retired life after working for so long. Again, these are things that they should have spoken about, knowing that there's such a huge age gap. But that's everything that I have to say about this show. Let me know in the comments below how you felt about this episode. If you enjoyed my recap, give me a thumbs up. I'd love to see that. And again, if you haven't subscribed, hit the red button and join the family. Thanks for watching, my beautiful peeps, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!